Hi, my name is Joe of The Joe Show. I'm from Edmonton, and I get to perform in this beautiful city of ours. Yeah, I do magic, comedy, and ventriloquism shows, and I'm able to rub shoulders with some of the most amazing people. Join me in this show as we ask entertainers, puppeteers, professionals, and performers questions about how they got started, why they do what they do. Join us. Super excited to have you here. Trevor, this is awesome. I was so excited to be able to have you. I just love our backdrop. As you can see, it is colorful.
Brought in all the puppets.
It is lively. We definitely have a great friendship, and Trevor has done a lot of builds for me just over the few years I've known you. But I wanted to just kind of get into the process of just knowing a little bit about you. And I know that you build puppets, but you also perform with puppets.
Yep.
And how did you get into performing?
So I started out as a musician, but both my parents, when we were really young, were into performing for local community. It was a local community.
What do you play?
What do I play? I'm a drummer.
Drummer. Okay.
I'm a drummer.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't drum anymore, but I still have an
Wow.
old dusty set in the garage, so it's
Nice.
there. But this takes up too much of my time now
Yeah.
to play music anymore. But my parents actually started out in performing. That's where I first got like my first take on what's involved and how it all comes together, and the power of laughter and making people laugh. And it was captivating as a young child.
Okay.
And then became a drummer for a band, and with that tight group of people, we kind of, throughout the years, changed directions, and ended up getting into puppetry. There was, those two of the guys, or one of the guys that I used to play music with, is still one of our main puppeteers and writers.
Okay.
So.
Nice. And then you decided to say, hey, I'm not going to be buying puppets, I'm going to build my own. Which is which is something that, I mean, I'm able to use puppets because I do the ventriloquism, but I really envy that you can actually build the puppet. You know, that's the thing for me that's like, wow.
Well, we messed around building with puppets like when we were really young, like in junior high, like just building this for fun, building that for fun, right? And the first like show that we put together, we were like, hey, we should do a show with, let's host it with puppets.
Yeah.
And we're like, this is great. Like, who has puppets? Nobody has puppets. We're like, can you build them? I'm like, I don't know. You can give it a shot. We were messed around in the past. Like, yeah, sure. Let's build this puppet. So we ended up building three puppets for like a variety show style adult comedy night, which is very reminiscent of what my parents did when they were little, or when they were younger, with the Castle Downs variety show, and and that's kind of how it started with the whole performing aspect of things. So started dabbling more and more, meeting more people and getting more opportunities to build and stuff. So
did you start off like socks and it just kind of escalated from there, or were you?
No, actually, I learned all these wild techniques and built these wild, crazy puppets. And then actually, I was asked, I needed to build a sock puppet for a local radio station. And that was the one thing I had to Google. I put the sock on my hand and I started using it. I'm like, this doesn't it doesn't look right. So I had to Google like sock puppet. It turns out you have to like take your sock out. You have to turn the sock around in order to get it to make the proper mouth. Right?
Because you're just so complicated and intricate, your characters, and then having to go back to the simplicity of it. It's like it's something to learn.
It was funny. Like after all those years of getting very complex builds, to just like have to bring it.
Yeah, because you use like a lot of there's a lot of different materials that go into building your puppeteer, right?
Absolutely.
So what type of materials would you have? Like, I mean, you got fabric and foam, right?
Fabric and foam. Like you got to buy the you could get away with local materials, but you really want to buy if you're going to be using this puppet for a long period of time. You want to get the fabrics that breathe, like the reticulated foam and the Antron fleece or the puppet fleece, right?
Yeah, there's different things. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I know that you get to perform and you do, puppet shows and venues. What's your favorite performance you've ever done? Is there a place you've like performed? This was the moment that like this is wow,
There's been a lot of wow.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe you got a couple of them or a couple of venues or places.
Anytime you get that like finished product, whether it be a video or a performance, that's always like for me like really special time. It's like you see it, it's complete, it's all together, it makes sense. Yeah. Everything's new, right? It's always exciting. But I mean, honestly, I think one of the performances that really sticks out in my mind was performing at a festival for children, for families. Okay. And the kids always come up to you and talk to you and how does this work and how does that work, and they're so. They don't understand. They completely believe in this world that you've created for them. Yeah, right? Yeah. And one of the kids comes up to us, and he's like, he's got ice cream all over his face. When that goose pooped out that treasure, and we're like, yeah. He's like, that was awesome. And I'm like, that was the most magical moment that we could ever have.
Yeah,
right?
because you've actually taken the story of the goose, and he does he's got coins and
he's got coins and he sings songs and he poops out treasure, and kids just like they love it. Yeah. They want it all.
So. But I think the unique thing with that performance is your puppet stage. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about that for a second, because that in itself, okay, you're performing with puppets, but I've never seen anything like what you have for a stage.
Yeah, so our puppet stage is it's called the Imaginarium, and it's a traveling puppet wagon, and basically it's a theater, like it's a traveling theater. We have like backdrops for it, and side curtains, and the front curtain, and spot for the audio equipment to go, and all hangers back there for all the puppets and stuff. But yeah, we travel the Imaginarium. We toured around Western Canada.
Okay.
Different family festivals.
Like BC, Saskatchewan, Alberta?
BC, Saskatchewan. We're going to Saskatchewan this year. Oh. So that kind of like adds to that whole Western Canada portion that we were missing. Yeah. So
nice.
Now it's official. But yeah, it's music festivals, family festivals, art festivals.
Yeah, and it's basically theater on wheels, and you drop the side down and you can perform out of it?
You betcha. Yeah, it's kind of reminiscent of what puppet theaters used to be like way back in the day. The smaller puppet theaters would be a singular person inside, and they would do like a little puppet show for you. However, ours is massive.
Yeah, exactly.
3 people.
Yeah, exactly. And you build it and set it up and stuff too. And I know we'll
roll it out there, and you're always pushing it across the grass. Everybody's coming. Hey, why do I give you a hand? And I'm like, I don't want you to get run over. It's quite large, right?
Wow. No, that was something. Definitely see. And it stays set up pretty much year round in your backyard. It's
that poor Imaginarium weathers the elements.
Yeah, exactly. It's just amazing to see. So I remember coming over and I'm like, I was trying to find your house for the first time or something, and I was like, it's right here, because you had a puppet stage. Works really, really well. So it's cool too.
It's a good beacon.
Yeah. Are there any hurdles you've had to overcome as a performer? I know we're talking to people maybe getting into the performing arts and things like that too and stuff, and I know we kind of all have our journeys and stuff we go through. I just wanted to ask if there's something maybe you did or overcame something, or
so right when we started, especially when we started performing, we just had an idea. We didn't have this completed production with the wagon, and we weren't ready to just roll. We just had an idea.
Okay.
We built the wagon just in time to take some promo photos for it and just start advertising to everybody. And we probably messaged about 150 different festivals or towns or cities, and just trying to get anything.
Yeah.
I think that year we did about 8 performances.
Okay.
So it's really like we built this thinking this is the greatest thing ever. Who's not gonna want it?
Exactly.
And then you really understand like you really have to deal with the fact that people aren't going to want it.
Right.
So,
well, it's sometimes people just don't know what it is, right?
People don't know what it is.
And that's the thing, is it takes momentum sometimes to build that. I know with performing myself, right? It takes time, and you keep performing and keep getting out there.
Yeah.
And I think that's something good to know as a performer, right? That you keep working at it.
You just got to keep at it.
Keep working at it, and you'll get those gigs, and you'll start off slow, but it will come, and you keep going, and
absolutely
you keep learning, right?
Yeah. You don't let it get to you.
Yeah.
Don't let it get you down.
Yeah.
Because as long as you believe in it, other people will eventually believe in it as well.
Oh, that's deep. I like that. Yeah. So as long as you believe in yourself. I feel like it should be like a moment. Remember, as long as you believe in yourself, others will believe. I love it. That's good. I should be on like a fortune cookie.
Yeah. We'll put it on our next run of shirts.
Good. Yeah. I like it. That's good too. That's awesome. Cool. I know with like performing and being in entertaining, I've had people give me advice, and I want to know, what's the worst piece of advice you've ever got? Did somebody just tell you something and you're like, man, this is like, maybe you listened to it, maybe it did something bad, but it's just the worst advice you could?
I'm trying to think, man. I can't think of a worse piece of advice. I think I've tried everything that people have offered, and definitely some things don't work out. But
nothing that comes to
nothing
your mind.
that comes to mind.
All right,
nothing that comes to mind.
Good. Okay, stumped you on the question. I'm happy with that. If they were to make a movie of your career, what would the theme song be?
Benny Hill.
Okay.
That or maybe the Charlie Brown theme song.
Okay. I like it.
Something fun. You know, the world is a weird place.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird things going on, right? So it's great to look at it through that lens.
Okay.
It's just comical.
Wow. No, it's good too. What's your most prized puppet? Like you would
most
say,
prized puppet.
Yeah, something that you built, or your aha moment, or this is really special for you, or
there's anytime I learn a new technique, it's always like this moment that's like, I got to use this in the next build, and I got you just got to kind of get better and better. But the one puppet that has the most meaning is probably the very first puppet that I've ever built. I didn't bring him today, but
what was it like?
The very first puppet I ever built was made out of this weird blue fabric that was like, I don't even know what it is, weird blue squishy fabric, and it was a puppet that you attached to your body.
Okay.
So you'd attach the body of the puppet to your waist, and then you'd have some sticks for its arms, and then you attach your feet to its feet, and then you would dance with it, right?
Nice.
It's like the feet. I never finished the feet. Like it's still.
Was it an animal or a human? Or?
It was this just weird creature, weird monster. That I found eyes at the dollar store, and I'm like, these will work.
Did you name him, or?
I didn't. Johnny 5 was his name. That was my favorite, short circuit.
Yeah, I know, it's great. Yeah, no, I understand for sure.
So Johnny 5. So that was the very first one. I know that one's pretty special.
Wow. Okay. No, that's cool. If you were to lose everything, what would be the first thing you'd run out and buy as a performer again? If you'd have to I got to buy this again in order to get something or make something.
If I was to lose everything.
It's kind of a weird question, I know, but
if you
had to bring a puppet,
that would be a long road to get back to where I'm at.
I know. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Is there one puppet you'd make again? That'd be the first puppet you'd make? Or?
I mean, I would probably have to remake Poops the Goose.
Okay.
I mean, he's just the crowd favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny, out of all these puppets and all these great designs, you just make a goose and children love it, right?
I think he's back here, right?
He is back here, he's kind of hidden back there.
Yeah, so just maybe you show them there too. We'll talk. Yeah. We're not going to do this with every puppet because it would take the whole show, but yeah, you can see there too. Yeah, that's awesome. So this is one of your first ones too.
This is not one of our first ones, but this is one of the most popular characters in our show that we.
So has every show got him now? Like you feature
every
him?
show has him.
Okay, nice.
And he's kind of like a main feature. He was just a side character. We're like, I don't know what to do with him. Like, let's just write some parts in.
Yeah.
And we wrote in this part where he comes out and he poops this load of treasure, and it's just these like gold coins.
Gold coins.
Like,
well, it's the golden goose story.
Is he,
that lays the golden egg.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But you've done it that he's got these coins, right? And that's the thing. Of
and then so now he's a main staple.
It's a classic, but you've taken it and taken your own spin on it, which is nice about it, and built it your own character. You're not copying somebody else.
Right.
You're very, very unique with it. And I remember seeing that with your characters, you had this uniqueness of it.
Right. Thank you.
Which is awesome, right? And it shines through, and that's very important, because I think in puppetry, so many people want to copy what's out there, right? Yeah. And I think that finding your own venue and your own style, right, is huge. It's huge.
And I can't take all the credit, because I do work with two brilliant illustrators in Edmonton. And we work in conjunction quite often for a couple designs. Not everything back here, but for a few things. And so part of my style is because of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, like this is your Imaginarium group. I think you kind of have some groups here, some different ones. You want to kind of walk us through?
This is our casual hitman group.
Like a mob mafia,
like the millennial style.
This is your newest one, right?
This is our newest. This is one that we're just kind of having fun with. Just playing around in our spare time.
Remember last week?
Too.
Got some sea change characters back here. The bear guys, and then the Joe the Show puppets over here.
Yeah, well, the Joe Show.
The Joe Show. Yeah. I'm sorry, Joe.
So I'm really
the Joe Show puppets over here.
Trevor has built. Well, you've also built props for me too, but these are 3 puppets that Trevor's built. Clank's very special because he lights up even. You know, you got electronics into him.
He's probably one of the most technical puppets I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think that I'm always coming to you with a challenge, and that's the thing. It's like, let's build this.
Never easy.
But never easy. You know, I want to have this thing built into it, right? You're like, oh, come on, can't it be easy?
I mean,
right?
technically it's possible. Anything's possible.
Exactly. Well, this puppet to levitate on its own. No, exactly. No, I totally understand. So that's cool. What are you most proud of as a performer / puppeteer?
Most proud of as a performer and puppeteer, just like, you know, kind of shining a spotlight on Edmonton for puppets. You know, there's way back in the day there used to be Harriet's Magic Hat that was shot here, which is Ronnie Burkett, right?
Okay.
He's a worldwide known puppeteer now. He was just from outside of Alberta. I think the show here was shot, or no, just outside of Edmonton. The show was shot in Edmonton. But you know, since then there's been little puppet things kind of here and there, but nobody that's kind of like just made it a staple. And you know, that's kind of what I'm most proud of. Another thing is just
like a career out of it or something too, like being able to
just making sure people remember, you know, that there's still puppets out there. There's still this tactile form of entertainment, rather than just succumbing to like a 2D or 3D world. Right?
I think for me the biggest thing is when I tell people I play with puppets, they think like sock puppets, right? You know, and they're like, oh, well, it's
or
for preschool.
Exactly.
And they think, oh, this is what it is, but it's so much more than that. The art form has so evolved, and there's so many different levels to it, and you get to build and create. And that's the other thing I love about your show is that you get creativity. And I love that because a lot of times as a performer, people are like, well, I'm just going to do, you know, this trick, or I'm going to do this just the way it is. But you've built things differently, and you see things differently, and you've got that unique flair on that too, and it shines through.
We could just do Little Red Riding Hood, which would be great.
Oh, exactly.
And people would love it. It's recognizable. But
you got the wolf and stuff too as well. But you could have, but
instead we'll just, we'll try and bring our own characters into it, right? So
little boy blue in the hood, you know. Something, right? There you go. Okay, I get some rights if you use that. Okay. That's right. Get the mafia. You can do this whole thing. I'm just tying it all together. You see? That's good. That is awesome. That's awesome. I want to know that as a performer or puppeteer, what's on your bucket list? If you could do like one thing in life, is there something that one day I hope to do this?
I definitely, one day I hope to at least have an opportunity to work with the Jim Henson Company.
Okay.
And one day I really want to have my own puppet television show on CBC. It doesn't have to be doesn't have to be Apple TV or Netflix or anything. Just little old CBC would be fine.
That's right. That's awesome. So your own show. Yeah, I think the best thing is my kids even said is you got the perfect last name for it, because Duffy just sounds like stuffy. You know, it sounds it's just built into the.
It's a fun last name.
Yeah, exactly. So I know it's just great. It's like this is a puppet builder guy. It's got the perfect name for it. So which is awesome. I know that we've been through a lot. You know, these past couple of years. What's your favorite thing about performing right now? Have you noticed anything?
Performing. Like legit, like just having the opportunity to perform.
I get it. Exactly. So
there's not a lot of opportunities right now, but the ones that do come, you just like cherish them, and you just like those laughs are that much, or the audience reaction is just that much more special because you miss it.
Yeah.
When you do a run of 26 shows or something like that, and then you kind of get used to it, and you kind of get in the groove of things, but when your shows are more spread out and just you hear those children reacting to the show, you're like, oh yeah, this is why it's so special.
Yeah, I think that kids being able to see live stuff now today too, right? It's a big thing. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We get that a lot from the parents. They are like, it's great that you guys are doing puppetry, and like my kids don't need to watch a screen. I get it. They're still watching something, but it's like tactile. They can get inspired.
Yeah,
by
exactly.
It, right?
Exactly. Oh, that's so true, right? That's cool too. I want to do a game where you do 2 truths and a lie, and you can tell me 3 stories, and I try to guess which one's false, and maybe be kind of fun. So there's 2 things I want to hear that are true, 1 thing's not true, and maybe 3 things that happened to you are kind of fun, and I try to guess which one.
Okay, it's gonna be tough because you've seen a lot of my videos.
Okay. Well, it's fine too if you want to not say it. I mean, we can let the audience maybe think of it too.
Let's go.
Just tell me your top 3 stories. If I've seen your videos, don't worry about it. But we'll let you at home can play this game. Okay. So as we do this.
Okay, so this would be 3 places that I've puppeteered.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one would be the office of the mayor.
Okay.
Here in Edmonton.
Okay.
Down at City Hall.
Yeah. The current mayor.
No, it was the previous mayor.
Oh, previous mayor.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the second would be puppeteering next to a toilet.
Okay.
Okay. For a web series.
Okay.
And then and then the third would be puppeteering in -30. Oh, -32.
Weather outside.
Weather outside.
Oh, okay. Wow. So, I mean, do you want me to guess that?
If you want to ask me questions about it,
No,
about any of them, I could.
Well, why don't I try to guess which one's the lie, and then you can tell the other true stories how they're true.
Sure.
Okay. So I think. The mayor one is the one because you've done.
Lie?
Yes, because you've done the mayor who currently is from Edmonton.
That is right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are right.
Okay.
I thought I would stump you with that one. I don't know. Maybe I should have went with current mayor. You asked that question. I'm like,
So you definitely have done the mayor, but it's the current mayor.
Oh no, that one is the lie. That one is the lie.
That one is the lie. Oh yeah. But I mean, you did perform with him.
I did perform with.
He wasn't the mayor at the time. But now he's the mayor.
I did perform with the current mayor for, but that was at a warehouse. That wasn't in his office.
Oh, okay, in his office. Okay, well that's cool too. Now the toilet story. That's
it's surprisingly, it hasn't only been once.
Really?
It's been 3.
Man, your show's going down the drain. I tell you.
This is for like music videos, or one was for a television series, and the other one was for an educational video. Yeah. So, curled right up there, they need to get the puppet close to the toilet for whatever reason. They always think the puppet's little. We should get him close to the toilet. That'll be funny. And I'm just like, it's been done. I don't really want to go back there, but I'll do it.
It's unique. I never would have guessed that for performing. Wow, and then the -33.
-33.
Wow.
Yeah, that was for a television series again. I was.
At least you have something warm on your hands.
Yeah, that was the
exactly.
only thing. That was the only thing.
Yeah.
And then you puppeteer for a long time, it starts to get a little sweaty in there. And
I've done a little bit of cold stuff, where I'm outside, and definitely like your hands are warm, but the rest of you are frozen. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It was -32 or 33, and we had to shoot as long as we could shoot, and then go inside and warm up.
Yeah.
And we had to let the camera sit there because it would start to fog up, right? And then like, okay, camera's unfogged. Now we get back outside, right? So shoot it again. You're like, I'm pretty sure I nailed it that time. No, we got to do it one more time. So
that's great. That's great. Cool. Well, we've gone through all the questions.
Excellent.
It's been pretty easy. Okay. Well, I want to thank you for coming out today.
Absolutely.
It's been absolutely awesome, and I'm really excited about it, and I know that I'm going to get some more builds from you.
Excellent.
Which is great too. So
I can't wait to see them on stage.
Yeah, I know, it's awesome. Well, I mean, that's the cool thing is you get to come to my show and you get to see and.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, and I guess that must be something too when you're thinking maybe this character in your head, but then I come in with a different voice.
Yep.
How does that
Yeah.
feel? I guess
Yeah.
answer that question quickly before
It adds to it.
It adds. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It adds to
it's
this
not
whole
like he's like,
experience.
oh no, that's not what I imagined at all.
No,
I feel betrayed.
No, yeah.
Okay.
It's always neat and interesting to see other people's take on what they think the character's voice would sound like, how they move the character,
Yeah.
you know, how
Personality,
they manipulate it, how
all those things.
personality, yeah.
Yeah, because that must be something. I'm just amazed you're able to give them up. Because I just figured, I would get a call like, this bee puppet is staying with me. That
one was one of the coolest ones.
Yeah.
Plank, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, this is some of the coolest puppets I ever made. I just might keep them.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I want to thank you so much, Trevor,
Thanks
for coming
for having
out.
me.
It's been absolutely great. Awesome. My thought of the day today. This thought is, don't run if you're not being chased. I remember when I was performing, I would drop something or a trick wouldn't go right, or maybe I forgot a line with what I'm doing with one of my puppets in ventriloquism. But you know what? The audience doesn't know. They're seeing your show for the first time. If you mess up, they don't know. So don't run if you're not being chased. The worst thing you can do is like, oh man, I messed that up. Oh, I got to start that again. Oh no, that's not going to work. If you do that on stage, it just makes the audience not have confidence in you. And it makes you look very unprofessional. Just go with it. Have fun with it. Turn it into an act. Laugh it off. Maybe make it a lesson of just saying, hey, as a performer, I had to practice many, many years, and this didn't work out maybe the way it was, but hey, I'm going to keep on going, or whatever you can do. Just don't be hard on yourself. I find for me that sometimes the best mistakes I've done before have been actually some of the funniest things and bits I've used in my routine in the future. And that's my thought for today.